Okay, good morning. Okay, what we're going to cover today is we're going to cover just some basic applications of the blade you can work on. Now, everybody has a different way of doing the blade. Everybody's got their way. One thing I'm going to say right now is there is no way. There's many ways, okay? So I'm going to give you a simple thing. We've been working with the 3 strikes or the 3 slash and stabs, you know, the tres batons is. I'm going to do those again, but I'm going to show you a little bit of a variation you can do with a knife, all right? Because, you know, you do them with a single stick, you do them with a bolo, and every weapon is different, right? The way I'd strike you with the stick is not the same way I'm going to slash you with a bolo, and because of ranges and because of applications. A stick, I can smack you with it. You know, there's a lot of different ways. I can rotate my wrist, do a lot of things. A bolo, I'm thinking of slashing through, and with the blade, I've got a lot more close quarter, in close action, and a lot more options to me because of the size of it and the ability to flip it and stuff like that. So, off the tres batons is just to remember them. 1, 2, 3. And remember, we can slash, stab, and thrust. I'm not going to cover all that again. I'm just going to cover some basic slashing motions that you can work on. Okay, so our first 3 would be 1, 2, 3. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and turn that to reverse grip, I just come from the other direction now. I come up, and stab. So now I've covered both sides of it. I've covered the downward slash and a forward thrust. I reverse grip it. I come up and come in. Now we could work on coming down from just slashing angles down the center. We could come forehand, backhand, center. We could actually come here, forehand, backhand, center. And then what we could do is we could stick a stab on the end of each one of those. So if I come in and I do a number 1 slash, I could return a stab. Do number 2, return a stab. Number 3, return a stab. Switch, stab, slash, stab, slash, stab. So now what originally started with 3 angles is now, you know, double that. I've got 12 actions now between slashes and stabs that I'm doing. So sometimes what we want to do is we want to add a bunch of material, but we don't really take a look at what we have in the beginning. So if I had this motion, what can I do at the end of that motion? I can hack it, I can slash it, I can thrust it, coming from that angle, right? But my slash now can turn into a stab. Slash can turn into a stab. A slash can turn into a stab. A stab can turn into a cutout. So if you know 3 motions, again, it comes back to that same old thing that sometimes less is more. You know, if you understand something very, very well, it's better to know one thing and adapt it than to do a bunch of things just for the sake of doing a bunch of things, okay? So train hard, look at what you're doing, try to see the deeper aspects of it, and, you know, make this a good journey. Have a good day. See you later.